Okay guys, HD camera today. We are just tying up the prep. So tomorrow we should be able to go full bore onto actually painting rather than all the primer. So I'll just start on this corner and kind of go from there. So basically what we have here is all that one by, that was a like little fascia piece, what have you. That was all primed. Our primers are in different colors depending on what we use them for. So I just kind of pour all of them in one bucket at the end of the day. As long as it's an actual real alkaloid primer, Zinsser or Kilz, and then we pretty much go from there. Well, what this is, you probably can't see too well, is all the baby blue. There's a lot of checking in this, so you can kind of see it when I get like this angle. There you go. So we went ahead, all this was done with the Kelbond, which was kind of the clear stuff, and then all metal is done with a so all like the handles and all the latches and casps or whatever, they're all done with a metal DTM primer, like an auto body primer. Basically that's what I've found to be the best. We did take off the back gutters and place them all in one piece on the ground right there so they can go back up when we're completed, and we figured this one as well was going to be painted into the body of the building like the rest of them. The only ones we weren't were going to be the two right there, as my notes say. So we're pretty much ready to go. Only last thing is we have our $10 an hour guy. He runs rosin paper and he masks this ground off. But we're pretty much ready to go on everything. You can kind of see how we prep everything, every crease. We are prep maniacs. So gutters, my issue with the gutters, you like that bright color? Issue with the gutters were that they had a beautiful shiny sheen. So I did a tester paint 2 days ago, and then today, this morning I got here and I tried to scrape them off, my little tester piece, and when I went to scrape it off, it came off very easily. So it's just gloss. So nothing likes to stick to gloss. So we got to spend a little bit of time today with 220 sandpaper, sand, and then car primer, basically auto body primer. So that's what this is, so that we know we have good adhesion. I have a warranty, I just don't like to fix things. I'd much rather do it right off the bat. So again, you know, we have two giant things of Kilz, one of Kilz that's gray and one of Zinsser that's white. So we kind of went out of both. And then all this stuff here, all the new wood, obviously primed. This will let you see a little bit too how the Kelbond is a little better. All the wood primed. And then we're going to go ahead. I think we were going to go ahead and paint that rubber footing there, since the third garage door down there already has the rubber footing there, so we were going to match them, unless you guys don't want me to. Down there we have to because it's the old color and you'd see it. So I was just going to try to keep it uniform and do all three. Up here, everything's done up there. All the gutters around the whole house, unfortunately, were lightly sanded, wiped down with a tack cloth, and then sprayed with a DTM primer. And then after even 15 minutes, you took a key and tried to scrape it off, and it's not happening. That stuff stays for life. We are cleaning right now. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think. So we are cleaning. There's more of our primer. This kind of gives you a better idea with this camera. The iPhone cameras, not so much. So we are pretty much, we've got about 2 hours tomorrow morning of just masking and putting our huge rolls of rosin paper out, you know, so we don't get anything on the concrete. So we're getting pretty darn close to actually being able to put some material. So the plan was to put some material up Friday and maybe Saturday, hopefully with a little luck off the building on Tuesday or Wednesday. It all depends. So a big thing is, I hate to put a time on anything until I actually see how things are going, because I mean the reality is the job has to be right, and the timing, I mean you guys are going to be happy if I'm a day late, but it's done correctly, and unhappy if I'm done early and it's not done correctly. So that's how we do things. So kind of shows our prepping. A lot of prep on this building. Didn't seem so, but they always are. Everything's masked, everything's cocked in. We're basically getting ready right now. So we got this area ready. We're gonna spray this thing first thing in the morning. And we're gonna do the brown up underneath. And I'm just gonna spray a lot of that. So I try to save us a little bit here. Kind of show you what we got. A lot of the Kelbond stuff. Just the checking was pretty bad, so we went after it. Paper on all of our posts to try to get it ready. Yeah, I mean, some of this was just, we didn't think it was until you really get in and start pressure washing and you start seeing how much of this that we can actually go ahead and attack. So I'll walk you upstairs on that real quick. Tell the sound of a military fast-moving aircraft. It never goes away, that sound. Okay, so start back here. I just can't see what's going on over here. So as we start here, there's the up top. Primed everywhere. A lot of this Kelbond stuff everywhere. And then big issue is just the sanding, getting rid of the marks. I mean, this was a real interesting deal because once we really got into it, he pretty much made a mark every 6 inches on this thing. I mean, you name it, he made marks. Signed his name, drew pictures of his friends. He got interesting up on here. We got rid of a lot of it, all of it pretty much in here. And then obviously all this guy is all primed. And it's ready. Here's how we were saying we'll cut it off. I think it'll look really good. So all this guy here is pretty much done. Some of it, we just hammered it with different grits, and you know, it'll definitely come out really nice when it's done. So we have a little bit here left on this side that we're gonna get to, just a couple spots, you know, maybe 30 minutes in the morning, and we should have this one done in here. But I mean, there was like, you know, flags drawn. It was interesting. So that's where we are at today. We are there. So as of tomorrow, we're going to hit it tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll be able to get some material going. And there we go. So cool. That's what's going on here. Thank you. Bye.